Good evening, dear friend. Come in, come in. The hour has grown late. The world has quietened itself, and somewhere beyond the window, the night has laid its dark velvet hand across the rooftops. There is no hurry now. Whatever you carried through the day, whatever small worries followed at your heels, whatever thoughts have been tapping politely or impolitely at the windows of your mind, you may set them down for a while. Here, in this room, besides the soft glow of candlelight, nothing is required of you. You need not perform. You need not explain. You need not be interesting, clever, useful, charming, composed, or brave. You need only rest. And I shall keep watch for a little while. The fire is low tonight, but not dying. It breathes quietly in the grate, shifting from amber to gold, from gold to a deep and thoughtful red. Every now and then, a log gives a gentle crack, as though remembering something from an old forest conversation long ago. The rain has begun as well. Not heavily, just enough to brush the glass with its fingertips. A soft, patient rain, the kind that seems to have nowhere particular to be, and all the night in which to get there. You may hear it, perhaps. Tap. Pause. Tap. Tap. Then silence. Then the hush of it again. The house likes this weather. Old houses often do. They settle more deeply into themselves when it rains. The beams grow thoughtful. The floorboards murmur. The curtains hold the lamplight close, and every room feels as though it has decided, just for tonight, to become a little kinder. On the table beside me is a book, a rather old one, naturally. Its cover is worn at the corners, and the spine has that dignified tiredness one finds in volumes that have been opened by many careful hands. There is a faint scent of paper, dust, leather, and time. A splendid fragrance, I have always thought. Some books smell as though they were written yesterday. Others smell as though they have been waiting for you. This one is of the second kind. I shall not read you anything alarming tonight. No redcaps lurking by ruined towers. No corpse roads gleaming beneath a winter moon. No restless bells. No scratching at shutters. No footsteps in empty corridors. Not tonight. Tonight, we shall choose something softer A tale from the edge of the old world, where folklore is not a warning but a blanket, where mystery does not reach for your ankle from beneath the bed, but sits quietly beside you and pours tea. There is, to be said, in certain parts of the country, an old belief about sleeping houses. Not haunted houses, sleeping houses. That is an important distinction. A haunted house is crowded by what it cannot forget. A sleeping house is simply waiting. Waiting for footsteps, for laughter, for candlelight, for someone to open the windows in spring, or place flowers on the sill, or sit beside the hearth and remember that peace is not always something one finds outside oneself. Sometimes peace is a room one returns to. The story goes that every old house has a heart. Not a heart of flesh, of course. That would be untidy and quite unsuitable for architecture. No, a quieter sort of heart. Some say it lives in the chimney, where warmth rises and old smoke carries memories upwards into the night. Some say it lives beneath the threshold, where every arrival and departure leaves a little echo behind. Some say it lives in the oldest wooden beam, the one that has listened longest and complained least. But wherever it dwells, the heart of a house is said to know when someone is weary. It knows by the way the door is opened. A cheerful person opens the door as if asking permission from the world. A tired person opens the door slowly, with one hand still holding the day behind them. And the house understands. It shifts a little. Not so much that you would notice, not in any obvious way, but the chair is somehow exactly where it should be. The blanket seems warmer than usual. The lamplight falls gently rather than brightly. The kettle sounds less like a machine and more like a promise. The shadows draw back from the corners. The mirror becomes merciful. The clock ticks more slowly. And the house says, in the only language houses know, there, you are home. Rest. I have always liked that idea, that a place might care for us quietly, that comfort need not announce itself with trumpets and fireworks, that sometimes the kindest magic is not a spell, but a room made warm before you enter it. Perhaps you have known such places. A grandparent's kitchen, a chair by a window, a childhood bedroom, a library corner, a garden in evening light, a quiet cafe where nobody asks too many questions, or perhaps not a place at all, perhaps a voice, a certain song, the sound of rain, the soft company of someone who lets silence sit beside you without trying to chase it away. These things, they matter. More than we admit, perhaps. The world is very fond of noise. It praises speed, certainty, sharpness, ambition, spectacle. It asks us to answer quickly, decide quickly, recover quickly, become quickly. But the soul is an older creature. It does not hurry simply because the calendar has learned to shout. The soul prefers candlelight. The soul prefers deep chairs, familiar books, and the reassuring ceremony of a cup being gently placed upon a saucer. The soul, I suspect, is happiest when nothing much is expected of it for a while. So tonight, let us expect very little. Let the night do what nights are meant to do. Let it draw the curtains around the mind. Let it soften the edges of things. Let it take the hard, bright facts of the day and fold them away until morning, when they may be handled again, if they must be, with clearer eyes and steadier hands. For now, you are allowed to loosen your grip. Your shoulders may drop. Your jaw may unclench. Your hands, they may rest. Even your thoughts, busy little creatures that they are, may curl up at the foot of the bed and sleep. There is no puzzle to solve here, no test hidden in the darkness, no secret door you must open before dawn. Only this: a quiet room, a soft voice, a little rain, and time enough to drift. If your mind wanders, let it wander gently. Picture the manor at night, not as a place of fear, but of stillness. A long corridor lit by sconces. Their flames do not flicker wildly, but breathe in golden halos against the walls. Portraits watch from their frames, not sternly, but with the patient expression of people who have seen centuries of human fuss and know that most of it passes. A vase of dried lavender stands on a narrow table. A black cat sleeps upon a velvet chair, entirely convinced that the chair was built for this purpose and no other. Somewhere, far below, the kitchen fire has been banked for the night. Somewhere above, rain whispers against the roof. In the library, the books remain awake, as books often do. They are discreet about it. A book never admits to being awake after midnight. But you and I know better. They murmur among themselves when no one is listening. A history sighs at a romance. A romance flirts shamelessly with a volume of ghost stories. A dictionary pretends not to approve while secretly enjoying every word. And there, beside the window, is a chair waiting for you. Not demanding you read, not demanding you speak, simply waiting. Beside it, a small table. Upon the table, a candle. Beside the candle, a cup of something warm. Tea, perhaps, or cocoa, or something with honey and lemon, if the world has been particularly unreasonable. You sit. The chair receives you without judgment. Outside, the rain continues. Inside, nothing sharp can reach you. The candle flame leans slightly, as if listening. And for a little while, the world becomes simple. In and out. The breath arrives, the breath leaves, the night remains. You may close your eyes if you wish. You need not watch the candle to know it is there. You need not hold the room together. It will hold itself. You need not hold the day together. It has already ended. And tomorrow, when it comes, will come gently enough. One pale edge of light, curtain. One bird testing the morning. One small return of the world. But that is not now. Now belongs to rest. Now belongs to the old and tender magic of being allowed to stop. So let the rain keep speaking. Let the fire keep breathing. And let the house keep watch. And if there are dreams waiting for you, may they be kind ones. Dream, perhaps, of moonlit gardens where white flowers grow softly in the dark. Dream of staircases that lead not to attics, but to observatories full of stars. Dream of old letters tied with ribbon, never sorrowful, only sweetly mysterious. Dream of a black cat walking ahead of you down a quiet corridor, pausing every so often to make certain you are following. Dream of a library where every book you open has your name written beautifully on the first page, as though it had been expecting you for years. And should you hear somewhere far away the faintest sound of carriage wheels on wet cobblestones, or a clock striking an hour you cannot quite count, do not trouble yourself. It is only the night arranging its furniture. You are safe here. You are welcome here. And as long as you need, the manor doors remain softly closed against the world. Sleep now, dear friend, or simply rest. Rest is enough. I shall lower my voice. The candles will burn a little lower. the rain will continue its gentle work, and the house, faithful creature that it is, will keep its heart warm until morning. Good night, and keep it cozy, keep it classy, and keep, just for yourself, a little mystery.